Everyone, this is delicious Don Juan the Texas treat, and you are listening to the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast, a Saturday morning edition, kind of like the cartoons we used to watch as kids, right? Yes, it's an early rise time for Tommy, especially. I'm JC, your host. Joining me, barely awake, is Tommy. With 1 week to go before he gets a little vacation himself, we got Mike.
What's up, guys? It's Big Mike, and it is barely still 2022 Electric Boogaloo. The train is sitting at the station. We're just waiting for them to let us off. We're just kind of mingling here like a plane, like a plane that hasn't let the unbuckle the seatbelt sign on yet.
We have 15 days till Christmas and 21 days till the end of the freaking year. This is insane.
Whoa. But who's counting?
Indeed.
I'm just amazed that it's like it's already that close. It's just like what the hell?
Yeah,
I'm counting down the 7 days till next weekend. I am not counting down the 21 days to the end of the year because New Year's falls at a really bad time. We basically go back the next day. So let's.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Y'all do? Oh, yeah, you guys do. Like, because New Year's is on a Sunday, and then you guys don't get a Monday off or nothing like that?
You know what, to be honest, I got to double check the calendar because I think we have a work day. But I think the kids would have the extra day. No.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that time of year, if you haven't started your Christmas shopping yet, get on Amazon now. Might as well do it now while you can. I know we still
Excuse me?
Yep. Yeah, today... Thank you, everyone. I know normally we do this show on Thursdays, but there was a lot going on, a lot getting added, a lot of wrestling this weekend, and quite frankly, I've had a rough week at work, so I needed to just get some extra time to plan this show out with a lot going on, and yeah, that's really what's going on here. Well rested now, thankfully, and there's a lot of wrestling to talk about. We're going to be talking about Ring of Honor Final Battle. We're going to be talking about NXT Deadline. Mission Pro has their Silver Bell Show Part 2 today as well. That's 3 shows that are just happening today only. And then River City Wrestling RCW added a pop-up show happening tomorrow, their Christmas Chaos show. So 4 wrestling shows.
3 French hens.
2
super kicks.
2 Usos and
a shooting star from Jushin Thunder Liger.
And I also would have accepted an Usi Sami Zayn.
Yeah, very Uso.
That would have worked too, but he already said the Uso thing with the brothers.
Well, speaking of the Usos, guys, are you aware that the PWI Tag Team 100 now came out?
I kept hearing about it, but I didn't hear all about it. Only reason I know about it is because Lois and Negative tagged the Renegade twins in one of her posts.
Yeah, so it's now. Last year was the first year they did a tag team, and it was the Tag Team 50. Now it's the Tag Team 100, and
you're welcome, said AEW.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Worth discussing a bit in the wrestling news part of the show. And again, if you are checking in with us live, please live chat along with us, whether you're on the Countdown City Geeks Facebook page, the Countdown City Geekcast Facebook page, and the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel. But I can go ahead and just give you guys the top 10 if you want. I'm waiting for this issue to arrive in the mail. We might discuss it in full detail later on. But we'll start with number 10. Violence is Forever Kevin Koo and Dominic Guarini, formerly of MLW.
Oh, okay.
Number 9 is the Hex. That is NWA's Allison Kay and Marty Bell. Number 9 on the list.
Way to go.
Number 8 is the Young Bucks. 7 is the Good Brothers. 6 is Arcade Bro. 5 is, oh God, help me out here. Say a prayer. Fukuoka Double Crazy. That's Stardom's Hazuki and Koguma.
Really?
Yeah.
They're number 5?
Number 5.
JC, why did you not pass that on to Tommy? Type it up in the
list
chat.
in front of him, and
I was going to say, type it up in the chat.
I'm well rested here, yeah. 4 is the Lucha Brothers. 3 is the Briscoes. 2 is FTR, and 1 is the Usos. And of course, the Briscoes, FTR, and the Usos were kind of going back and forth on social media regarding this. So if you've seen that blowing up.
Who was number 4 again?
The Lucha Brothers.
Lucha Brothers, okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you said that, I feel like they were just the second they saw that the Usos and the Briscoes were like, yo, we can have so much fun with this right now. Like, yes we can. And they just started, and the second that whoever started it, the second the other team responded, they're like, it's about to go down.
Yeah, they're tweeting that while sending each other like personal texts and stuff.
Yeah, like because I just feel like all these guys really know each other. Like, despite what fans want, I feel like a lot of wrestlers are just really cool all the time.
But see, you say you're like, oh, like they text each other like we could have some fun with this. I kind of see it more like kind of a fighting, like joking, like you SOB, like there's no way, like haha, be jealous. You know?
Yeah, I can see that too. But I can also see them all laughing about it, like the Briscoes see like, motherfucker, how did we not be number 1? It was like, ha 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 ha, we're number 1, you're not.
Exactly. And one of the FTR throwing like, yeah, we'd be number 1 too if we had a Sami Zayn bringing us up in the second half of the year.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like that's their personal text chat, like with each other, like just like their text group name was like greatest tag teams of all time. And it's just like the 6 of them just texting each other all the time. Like, hey, what y'all doing this weekend?
Could you imagine if FTR pulled in because and this just kind of connects because Serpentico just became the first AEW wrestler to lose 100 matches.
That's
and, like,
hilarious.
I assume Sammy owns it, but like, could you imagine if they brought him out like an El Generico character and started having him act like Sammy? That'd be pretty funny.
That'll be but so they can just change the name, be like, I don't know, so name something else.
The generic luchador.
Yeah.
Just get the English version of it.
Yeah.
Some other notable tag teams in the top 25, which I have right in front of me. 25 was actually Damage Control. Io Sky and Dakota Kai was 25.
Given how recent they are, that makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't have enough time.
The Kingdom was 21. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett.
Moved around a bit.
Okay.
The Acclaimed was 20. And right above them at 19 was Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Wow.
Ooh.
So I'm interested to see.
That's gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yeah.
That's gonna cause some arguments on the Twitter. On the Facebooks.
Everyone always talks so rationally about those two. I don't know what you're talking about.
Swerve in Our Glory was 18. The Street Profits were 13. United Empire, Jeff Cobb and Great O'Connor were 12. And the Toxic Attraction was actually 14.
Boo, too close to what? No,
given the year they had, I can't say I'm surprised. Given the year they had, what we were saying about Sasha Banks and Naomi, and like I can't wait to see the WWE like fans when if Sasha appears in Wrestle Kingdom, which is a rumor that I heard that if she appears, I might jump on Twitter right then and there just to see who's awake. So
that could be fun, right? So but looking specifically, I guess the top 10. Do you guys agree with Usos be number 1? I mean, they're between them and FTR.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're the best thing WWE has going right now as far as tag team goes. They've pushed them into the story with the Bloodline and the longest, title run now of or maybe of all time now. I think they finally beat all the other records. And on the flip side, I would have had no problem being more of a debate with FTR if AEW would have cared to book them like much better than they had been lately. They were the number 1 contenders for like 4 months. Never got their title match while the Bucks had the title and all that stuff. and then the Acclaim get it, and there's no way you're going to have them come in and beat the Acclaim when they're on the streak they are right now. So they had a good match last Wednesday, but and they've been defending all their other belts that they have, and apparently popping off about like, hey, Tony Khan, we're still in your company.
Which has me wondering why they might have an argument for number one. They've been traveling, they've been defending so many titles they have right now. Obviously, maybe the AEW booking hindered that, but the Usos, meanwhile, of course, I almost feel like not to say they're not a bad tag team. They're a great tag team. They've held the titles, I think, pretty much for the whole year. But how much of this is just them, and how much of this is them leaning on the Bloodline stable?
Yeah.
No, it's them. But the other thing is they've become so good. There's no really other tag team that you feel. I mean, kind of the New Day, but New Day's lost so much momentum since Big E ran out, got injured, all that kind of stuff. I think another thing that hurts the Usos are feeling like they're as legit is there's no other good tag teams that Alpha Academy's good, Street Profits are good, but I don't feel like any of them are on the Usos level. Like with FTR, you have Lucha Brothers, you had the Bucks, you have a lot of a more complete tag team group in AEW for FTR to fight. And then, like you said, they also have, ROH teams, AAA teams. So I do think there's a little bit of a debate, but I think Usos have been the most consistent over that time.
And let's be honest. This is all because of the Usi promo. That the reason that they're on there, because when Jay broke on live TV, and Jimmy has been no good at not laughing this entire storyline. I didn't give him after like day one, and there's like, you know what, Jimmy, you just laugh at all the jokes because you cannot control yourself anyway. He's like, thank you, because I gave up.
That's hilarious.
The funny part is the Usos from their official Twitter said a lot of salty ass tag teams out there, huh?
Yes.
Be the ones, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god! And I'm sure Jay was like, "Oh hell no!"
Jay had put up at one point. Imagine if we weren't banned from TV. Usos my ass. #them boys. Speaking of what Tommy said, so yeah, there you go.
I still honestly believe they also text each other and be like, dude, I'm about to roast you. It's like, man, I bet you won't. It's like, yeah, watch this. And then just like, and everyone looks at their Twitter, it's like, sons of a bitch. So,
yeah.
Why do I just imagine it's like the end of like most Fast and the Furious movies when they're all eating around the table, just like cracking on each other.
Yeah. Drinking a Corona. Yeah.
The Rock and Tay Diggs or whatever, and all just going back and forth.
Because it's about family.
Cash did say, "Congrats, Usos. We've been feeling Usi since 2019." So I love the responses.
I really do feel bad for the nerds who think that these guys hate each other. I really feel bad for them because I really don't think I feel like that's the old mindset from like the 80s. And like,
no, a lot Tommy, of these guys it's real to me. They really do. This is a real blood feud.
Yeah.
That's why they need dog collars later today.
Yeah, because that's why. Not because they thoroughly enjoy beating the holy hell out of each other. That couldn't possibly be it. And you'll never convince me that these guys were like, what else can we do to each other? And probably Mark Briscoe said, ooh, how about a double dog collar match? And all three of them looked at him like, you sick son of a bitch. I love it, and we're it.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into that then. Of course, we'll dive more into the tag team 100 a bit later on. So, Mike, what's up?
Wait, I want to say, well, there's a few more pieces of wrestling news to.
Oh yeah, sure, go for it.
The William Regal.
That's right. I wanted to.
Story, more of that finally came out. So, it appears he is going to be leaving AEW and heading back to WWE. And I think the coolest thing was, or it appears to be the coolest thing, is how kind of mutually respectful everyone was in the situation.
Yeah.
I know people know that William Regal was in, WWE for a long time. He was a big part of Triple H's with NXT, but I don't know if people realize that their relationship goes back to WCW. Regal, took him under his wing when he was terrorizing. And I think there was at that point, talk of bringing him in to that blue blood stable he had with Bobby Eaton and there was another British guy, I don't know, Dave Taylor, I think.
Dave Taylor, yeah.
And I think the idea was they would eventually bring him in as the young guy until he decided to sign with WWE, and that is the character he wound up taking into WWE. Was the original Blue Blood Triple H. So, they go along back, and then like you kind of put in the chat, his son is now in NXT. His son's kind of taken on a character very similar to his dad. He's old school. He doesn't do all these new wave things. He just wrestles and breaks your bones and twists you in little pretzels and so I understand that, and he did good things with AEW. Like I said last week, and I kind of still contend I'm a little disappointed just because your shirt, Blackpool Combat Club, was so awesome. And
what could have been, basically,
kind of. And I was intrigued by the promo Moxley did this past week because he came down to the ring with Claudio and Wheeler, talked about how they're still Blackpool or whatever you want to call us. He's like, we're still do this, we're still together. And I was kind of getting behind it. But then when we do get into Final Battle, that stipulation on the title match just has me so afraid. But
I think that's exactly why they did that, was to make everyone terrified.
Exactly. But yeah, so the William Regal thing, kind of sad to see him go. Also, his interactions with Excalibur on commentary
I'm gonna miss that so much. But also, I from the news of the interview I read, props to Tony Khan. I mean, he just was like, and apparently Tony Khan had a really difficult end of 2022, just between the whole CM Punk stuff and then nothing compared to what his mom was going through. I was like, oh wow, this poor man was
some of that stuff.
Yeah, this poor man was dealing with a lot. No, so everybody's like, well, why is he doing that? Well, I think mom in hospital kind of trumps everything else you got going on. So, but I really do. He has my respect for him talking to Regal, and I'm sure that was like a hard conversation. It's like because it's a fact. Losing Regal really does suck because he's a powerhouse of a presence. I don't care where he goes. So WWE, AEW, no matter where he goes, he's got a presence that just is great because he's so knowledgeable and everything. But props to for being like, you know what, I understand. Your family, and you want to go be there, look after your kid. Cool. And I do like, I don't know if you guys saw the Regal promo that apparently he shot.
Okay, I was just gonna say that. I've got to give props because that is something I don't think we've ever seen in wrestling. If you're watching this, I must be like basically if
you're watching that, it's like, boys, if you're seeing this, that means MJF killed me, as I suspected he would. I knew I couldn't trust him, but I had to show you the final lesson I could never teach you.
I loved it, but I'm just that's like, okay, that you think everything in wrestling's been done. I don't think we've ever seen that. So.
No,
I don't think we've ever seen a Taken promo. It's like if you're seeing this, he's caught me, and you must kill him in return. Kill him, murder him in the actual street.
Oh, the joys of wrestling, right? And it's almost like comics. At some point, they'll get resurrected somehow. It's just so they show up somewhere.
I feel like with what's his name? His name is Charles or whatever. Charles, I think. I feel like in like 10 years after he's like world champion or something, we will randomly show up wearing a Blackpool Combat shirt club and just like punch MJF with some brass knuckles anyway. Yeah. It's like, payback's a bitch, isn't it, sunshine? And just walk off and we'll never see.
Walks right into the Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, that'll be a perfect Hall of Fame speech. I hope. Okay, now I kind of hope MJF is in WWE when they put in the Hall of Fame.
No. I mean, he goes to AEW, punches him out, and then walks straight back to
shows up. Yeah,
WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but they actually have a camera following him from WWE of just him punching Max and just leaving, like nothing happened. And we was looking at the screen. How did that get up there? Oh well. Anyway, to my speech.
All right.
And then also a quick,
go for it.
Just one other quick shout out to Ricky Starks for finally letting people see what we've known for many years now. And it's kind of connecting this to Regal because we talked about Regal's promo where the fans were booing him because they were so high on MJF, and then he brought him back in like 30 seconds. And I know it was in Austin, which is obviously a huge pro Ricky Starks, but that man eviscerated MJF on Wednesday.
He did.
Yeah,
he really did.
That was.
I don't know, man. I'm scared to say he's kind of making a believer out of me for next week. I can't lie.
At the very least, it's a start. And maybe he won't win next week, but it gets people talking. It gets people.
Yeah, I know he won't. I'm just
But
I'm hoping
he made people want him.
To
do it. That's the impressive thing. And then on MJF's part, kicking him in the nuts after the entire thing.
That I gotta admit that was a
stroke of heel genius too. Because then you're like, oh, you son of a. After you got
exactly.
You got.
I really do feel like the whole especially since they were in Austin when he said like sleeping in his car in South Austin because at the time that because I think most people who knew him from the ACW days knew that was true because of course this is back when we first didn't know him at all. Hey Jay, we didn't know him. We didn't don't really know who he was about, what he was about. And he was. This was when ACW was red hot, and everyone was trying to get on that card. So it didn't. So if he was like, if I got to sleep in my car the night before the show and hope Darren Childs will see me, then I'll do it. So to see him go from that to what we have now, this guy who's over in a worldwide company, which he should be, it's awesome because he's earned it. It's I sometimes I almost hate using the word deserved because sometimes that kind of takes away from the effort people put in. So I like to say when people say they deserve it and earn it, and I think Ricky Starks definitely falls in that category.
For sure. And I'm looking forward to seeing that next week too. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get into the events of this weekend. There's a lot to cover, so we'll try and go through this as quickly as we can. If you're watching this, please feel free to join in with us. We're going to start with Ring of Honor Final Battle happening this afternoon, guys.
Now it's happening earlier than I thought. I tried to go because my nephew's graduation was today, and it was actually at like 8 a.m. I was like, damn, I should have just drove out there and come back.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Real quickly on this card itself, there are 4 matches on the 0-hour pre-show, which starts about an hour before the event. Willow Nightingale versus Trish Adora. The Kingdom versus Top Flight, the Jericho Appreciation Society versus Shinobi Shadow Squad, and Mascara Dorada versus Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
And I know Mike is looking forward to the Jeff Cobb one.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like a decent episode of Rampage right there.
Yeah.
You're just getting for free. Like you're just getting for free on YouTube 1 hour before the show. Yeah.
I was gonna say after you talked about it, I was like, wait a minute, hold on now.
Well, I heard Trish Adora. I was waiting for your head to pop up.
Yeah,
I know you're a fan. So.
I was reading something else, but Willow Nightingale Dora, hey, that could be the whole show for me. I'd pay $35.99 for that alone.
Let's see. So those are the 4 on the 0-hour pre-show. Check that out for free, and we'll have all the details on how to watch that. Another match that was recently added onto the main card, Blake Christian and AR Fox versus La Facción Ingobernable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, pretty cool to see the AR Fox on that card, if you will.
Cool to see AR Fox getting the recognition he deserves.
Yeah. Battles with ACH were always legendary to me, so those are always fun.
Yeah. I remember going up to Dallas to see him at a show once. It was pretty good. Him and Zack Sabre Jr. were on the same show. That was really cool.
One worth talking about, and I have a feeling all of us are going to pick the same way on it, and that is Swerve in Our Glory versus Shane Taylor Promotions. Shane Taylor finally showing up on TV, AEW. We're all picking Shane Taylor, I assume.
Yeah. Well, I'm picking that with like the added caveat of, does Swerve join them? Do they turn on?
That's what I'm expecting.
But can Swerve play second fiddle? Because it's Shane Taylor Promotions.
Okay. Let's just go with what happens today. He turns on Keith with them, and then down the road, I'm assuming they'll turn on each other as well. But like just in the match, But like I assume they're gonna have more infighting, and like you said, definitely St. Taylor Promotions in this one.
And JD Griffey's gonna be on national TV finally. So many guys finally getting the shots they deserve. I've been of course, Jerome Daniels fan over here for as long as possible. So,
and I hope that means they're going to be a part of whatever ROH kind of separates to become from AEW.
That's what I'm assuming. I feel like, and I feel again credit to Tony Khan that he remembered what the big impact Shane Taylor was, especially towards the end of ROH. Because despite what a lot of people were probably thinking, Shane Taylor Promotions was probably a huge reason why they were still around. During the pandemic, and even now, because like everyone's like, well, you're gonna bring Shane Taylor back. I'm sure that was a big question. So,
yep. Yeah. All right, and there's a lot of title matches on this one. We're gonna start with the ROH Television Championship, Samoa Joe versus Juice Robinson. And to kind of speed things up, because there's a lot, I'll just say, does anyone think a title is changing hands here, especially with Samoa Joe holding two of them?
No, not yet.
No. Yeah. So I wonder how long they're gonna have Joe hold them both. So
I was gonna say I love you, Juice, but sorry, not this. It is not this day.
Mm-hmm. One that I think is gonna be a 50-50 split for us: the Pure Championship. Daniel Garcia defending against Wheeler Yuta.
Damn it!
I'll go first if you want.
Go for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I want Wheeler to win this back. Mm-hmm. Not just because I'm Blackpool Combat Club. I think the booking, and again, this may play out to something different later. I think they killed Daniel Garcia's momentum by having him go back to Jericho after it looked like they had broken up and he had sided with Daniels. He won the title. He was on a big run, and then he just folded back in. He's just been a part of the group again. He hasn't really stood out. And I love Wheeler Yuta. Like I just think the fight and the way he joins with that group, the fire he's had as they've kind of had this mess with Claudio and Mox and Danielson and so I really would love to see him get that title back and be more prominently featured.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm still going with Wheeler. Like you said, Garcia's just disappeared, and with how the rest of this night might go, I feel like that might be the one bruise, I guess you could say, on the Jericho Appreciation Society. I know, Mike, you don't want to hear that.
No, I know.
Yeah, but maybe this is kind of part of some big storyline they're building. But yeah, I kind of feel like Wheeler needs to have this title. He's on TV a bit more. He can defend it more and really take it places. I really like what he had with his title reign with it. Tommy, are you the same way, or where are you going?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm really as well. Yeah. To all the same reasons, plus Daniel Garcia, he a bitch. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The 6-man tag team championship, Dalton Castle and the boys, arguably the greatest 6-man tag team championship in the history of wrestling, going against the Embassy.
Shane Taylor Promotions has entered the chat. Anyway, Chaos has entered the chat.
Yeah.
I still want that. I still want that match. I still want Shane, Khan, and Moses versus Ishii, Goto, and Yoshihashi. I still want that match to this day.
Okay.
I'm not over that yet.
Well, getting back to this one.
Sorry.
Are y'all thinking Embassy's taking it, or are y'all thinking Dalton Castle the boys?
Oh, okay. So you say the Embassy, but it's the Gates of Agony.
It's the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage.
Yeah, like that is 3 big dudes against a big dude and good wrestlers, but not as big. You know what I mean?
Which is why it would be funny if Dalton Castle and the boys won.
Right, 100% agree. But that's a formidable team. I don't know. I'm a little. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna take a minute on this.
I feel like that's kind of the joke as well, because they're probably might get a better match than we're thinking. And also, it depends on the boys. The fact that they are just getting that they're still so beloved, despite all the jerking around they've been getting in other places where they get signed, they get dropped, signed, they get dropped, and they're still so over. Like Dalton Castle, God bless that man, because he might be one of the most underrated over dudes in all pro wrestling because he just leans fully into the joke. But I am gonna go Embassy, but I'm biased towards the Embassy, Brian Cage, and just Prince Nana as a person because just legit might be one of the nicest dudes ever. The fact that he brought the Embassy crown jewel coat to a WrestleCon and was letting people wear it to take a picture with him, like he's been one of the most awesome people to me ever since then. So I'm going Embassy on this one. And plus, I just think Brian Cage and especially Khan, needs to win here. So,
Mike, what about you on this one?
After all I just said, I think I'm going to go Castle and the Boys.
That whole argument you put up.
I know.
That's hilarious.
But the more you said it, I think that is a little bit of the joke, and I think we're going to get shenanigans. Now, I do think post-match, the Embassy is going to beat the crap out of all of them, but I think that's what's going to happen. The more I think about it a little bit, I think they're going to squeak out a win, some shenanigans, and then they're going to get the hell beat out of them.
First of all, I don't think this match is lasting very long, and it's going to go one of two ways. Either the Embassy is just going to squash all of them.
Fair enough.
Or you're going to pull some quick shenanigans, get like some crazy roll up and grab the ropes or something, like all three of them somehow pin Brian Cage or something and keep the title.
I imagine a Dalton Castle roll up where he like leans back with his arms and the boys hold his arms.
Yes.
Of course, the ref is like underneath and not looking. That'd be pretty.
That's where I'm thinking of it. And so I'm like 50-50 shot on this. Give me Dalton Castle and the boys. I really want them to run this as long as possible.
There is that too.
I'm lone wolfing it.
You're lone wolfing it, but like you probably might be right, and it's fine. But deep down, we're all rooting for Dalton Castle and the boys. Let's be honest here. It's just you kind of want to see that, and I don't know if the Embassy needs these titles. I think they're strong and stable enough, and I think you can have some fun with this if Dalton Castle and the boys are your ROH 6-man tag team or 1-man 2-boy tag team champion. I don't know how you want to call this.
Let's tread carefully here, please.
I know
what their name is, but
yes.
Chris Manson has entered the chat.
So, you have a seat over there for me, please. This is just so hilarious. The fact that this team holds those titles, and I really think they should run with this. And so, but I expect them to get such a fluke roll up win, and then probably get the crap beat out of them. Yeah. But they'll still be light as a peacock going away with all the titles. So.
I can't lie. I almost wish this match was happening in PG purely for the hilarity factor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only because Brian Cage would be fully making all the jokes with them, and I think Khan and Lowe will be like, "What are you doing? We're fighting them." Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, but this is funny."
I think if it was a PWG, the boys would be pulling like Hogan slamming Andre type.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. And that's what I want. I mean, like, because I feel like PWG is the best, funniest wrestling promotion ever because they're great wrestling, but they've also got great comedy. So
Can you imagine if one of the boys picked up and body slammed Brian Cage? How fucking over that shit would get. So
I feel like that would be the pop of the night, no matter what else happens. That would be the pop of the night.
All right, go ahead.
I was just real quick. Would it be even better if he does it, and then while he's celebrating, the other one comes in and just like clothesline to hells him or something? And like he's just so happy he did. He's celebrating, but then the other one just comes in and like kicks his head off or clotheslines his head off, and that's all it takes.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
All right, tag team championship is a double dog collar match, and I wouldn't be surprised if this one might main event the show. Honestly, FTR defending against the Briscoes. Tommy, I'll let you go last because I know you're back and forth on this one.
Fair enough.
Mike, go for it. What do you got?
Are they 1-1 or 2-0 FTR? Because this is the third.
I believe it's 2-0 FTR. Let me double check.
Right?
I think so.
So, like, part of me wants to go FTR, except for, like, would they let the Briscoes lose 3 straight? Because I think you're right. That's why I was double checking. And it is ROH, and supposedly they're gonna start breaking up. Like, that was another thing I don't know if we could get into, but apparently Khan had kind of insinuated that after this pay-per-view, ROH is going to be seen less and less on AEW TV. Also, because there's the belief that in 2023 they're getting their own TV or some side of ROH to itself, which
potentially HBO Max. So I think
yes,
that
should go.
Which, what better way to start and reestablish ROH than with Briscoes as the tag champs, like the ROH tag team of all time? I'm going to go Briscoes with not a lot of confidence either way. But yes.
Briscoes? Question mark.
I'm from a kayfabe standpoint. This type of match really suits the Briscoes more.
Yeah.
And yeah, the TV ban or whatever. They definitely. Yeah, it would suck for them to lose 3 in a row. It's almost like you're squashing them, right? I mean, this is like your top tag team. But yeah, if the plan is going forward to have Ring of Honor on its own way, you want the Briscoes with these titles. And that's where I'm going with it. I'm going with the Briscoes as well. I hope it's an HBO Max route. I think that would be really good, both for the streaming platform and just for Ring of Honor in general. Yeah. You can really build something up on there. Plus, I already have HBO Max, so
their Honor Club, all their old footage back on there would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Even if you got to pay a little extra money to get that, I mean, people might, throw that in there on top of everything else they have on HBO Max.
As an ROH nerd, I can confirm we will pay.
Yes, and I mean, I'm already on HBO Max. I already got all the shows I'm watching there. His Dark Materials, by the way, season 3, really good so far. 2 episodes in. So, but I'm gonna go with the Briscoes. Tommy?
Yeah, it's unanimous. I'm going Briscoes too. I just feel like this is their get back, match. So yeah, yeah. I just that's how I feel. So,
all right. ROH Women's Championship, Mercedes Martinez defending against Athena.
Damn it!
2 that Tommy is struggling with. God, I really want Athena to pull this off.
I know do.
But I love Mercedes Martinez too. So this is.
I know.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Let me go while you decide, because I have an answer and I have a reason very similar to what I just said. I'm going to go with Athena.
Okay.
Again, with the thought of, if you're going to start pushing ROH off, you need a good mix of established ROH talent and some new bigger names that people will recognize or be familiar with, which I think is also kind of going to lead into the main event. But I love Mercedes Martinez too, but if, starting ROH off on its own again with Athena, which people can go, oh, yeah, remember she was Ember Moon in WWE. Oh, she was cool. Let's go check that out. And then that also kind of helps Athena from getting lost in the weird AEW women's division, as has kind of happened with several women and talent that we love. So I'm going to go with Athena. You can keep Mercedes Martinez chasing back after her. You can bring, obviously, some more women into this ROH division. And I think that's a solid way to, if they are going to be starting, their own separate stuff from AEW.
The thing for me is I'm fearful that if Mercedes loses, she won't be going forward with Ring of Honor. I'm fearful of that. I don't know what her contract situation is. I don't know how she signed up with ROH or how long her deal is, but that would suck, for her to not have that. But maybe you're right. Maybe having her be part of the chase or something like that.
If she's not going to be part of ROH, then she wouldn't win anyways. So.
Yeah, I know, but that saddens me. Like, I want her to win because I want her to be part of ROH. I want her doing something, but
I think it's possible for her to lose and still be a part of ROH.
Yeah. So
again, you need that good mix of established veterans and ROH people and new blood, so to speak.
For sure. God, I guess I do deep down have to go with Athena, thinking logically on this one here. Athena needs this. I think her return, it's been great to start, but they haven't really used her on AEW very much. There's so much going on right now, and I think you can kind of turn this. I mean, let's face it, AEW. You have Jade Cargill dominating the mid-tier title.
Dominating or sleepily holding on to something that no one cares about.
Yeah, okay, you said it.
Sorry, what?
I said it the nicer way, I guess. There was the whole Thunder Rosa injury that kind of had the title in flux. Now we have that established, fine. But where Athena, I feel like hasn't fully fit in where AEW is going with it. And I think ROH is a good start for her to kind of get back into that and get really established who her character is, because people that have watched her on TV only know her as Ember Moon. Right. Prior to that, she was really on the independents. She was on Shimmer. Those type of people knew who Athena was, but everyone else has known her as Ember Moon. So I think with her as champion, it'll allow her to establish who Athena really is. So deep down, I guess I do have to go with Athena winning this title here. Tommy.
Until now, it just occurred to me, I can almost completely forgot where these matches were taking place. It's in Dallas, essentially.
Yes, it is
winning. I completely forgot about that factor.
Yeah,
she's winning. But also, I, with respect, kind of have to counter your point, JC, to an extent. I see what you're saying, but I feel like initially her thing was to get the crowd to know who she was and to just help get Jade Cargill over. I feel like that was the point, but she started unleashing some of that vicious side that a lot of ACW, Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex area knew that he had. My mind still flashes back to that kick she gave Kat Green probably 10 years ago that like echoed in the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. Like she kicked her so hard we thought like that busted a vein in in the deltoid area. It's like, geez, she kicked her hard. But I feel like all that I remember when you guys remember when this whole thing started, where she started being more stiff, that they called her into the office and everyone thought that was legit.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite stories. Like everyone thought that was real. I was like, oh my god, they played them so easily. Anyway, so I feel like she's gonna win here, and I feel like with Mercedes, I'm sorry, Mike. Real quick, I feel like
no, go. Of course, you were talking.
Yeah, she's gonna go. I feel like she's gonna just focus more on the AEW women's side of things now. She could still be with the ROH side of things. I feel like if they could build up that roster, I feel like that's what they should. I feel like I saw Willow Nightingale on the pre-show. I feel like that's where she should go too. I feel like they should both go and start building up that Women of Honor side. But I feel like Athena winning and Mercedes losing doesn't really hurt either of them. So I'm just going to go with Athena winning.
Okay. Finally, Ring of Honor Championship. Chris Jericho defending against Claudio Castagnoli. And if Claudio loses...
If Mike needs a minute.
Claudio loses, he joins the Jericho Appreciation Society. Which begs the question, is this a win-win for Claudio, right? No, but... I mean, is he a better wrestler or a better sports entertainer, right? That's the thing. No, I'm just kidding. Mike, where you go? I know where you're going, but your thoughts on this?
I mean, there's clearly two people I ride or die with. I don't care if they're in a 1 versus 100 gauntlet match.
In your defense, though, Claudio's in a 1 versus 100 gauntlet match. Who are the 100? Because that really depends on my answer. And even then, I give Claudio about 70% chance of winning.
Obviously, one is Bailey and the other one's Claudio. So obviously, this is a hard pick. Do I think my hard pick's going to be the result? That I'm not as confident in, but it's definitely what I'm going to pick. So Claudio for ROH champion. He even said he wants to go defend it against some of the young talent on Dark and Dark Elevation. And what better way to start bringing more talent into your ROH split apart group than some of that talent that's kind of sitting there developing. So,
yep.
Of course, it's Claudio.
Before I pick, I would ask you if Claudio loses and has to join the JAP. Is this could be a disappointing for you, or JAS? Excuse me.
So, do you remember when Cena had to join the Nexus?
Oh, yeah.
And all he did was just like mess with them from the inside. I mean, I don't see a couple things. I don't think the JAS, first of all, needs to get much bigger. Like I as soon as I heard the stipulation, I assumed it was what's going to happen. In all honesty, but I don't know how long it's going to last because, of course, he's funny. But like, the tag team 3.0 or 2.0 or whatever they are at this point. They've kind of lost a lot of momentum. Like I said, Daniel Garcia lost a lot of momentum. To me right now, the only people that have kind of been sticking out are obviously Jericho and Sammy, and Hager's got this little thing going with his purple hat. literally all he has going for him apparently is a purple bucket hat.
That's the time of his life, honestly.
So maybe if he does lose, maybe they reunite. What were they? They weren't We the People, but the
Real Americans.
The Real Americans, right?
Yeah.
Some version of that, but a sports entertaining version.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully it doesn't last too long because I know Claudio got his ROH title win, but I feel like he needs a substantial run with it. And I know you want Jericho as the champ to start if you were going to break off because it's Jericho, but also as much as I love and respect that man, we are dangerously getting into that part where he's always coming out on top of feuds, even if he loses them. So, or loses a match.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is I am going Claudio. We've already seen the storyline where Jericho is your first champion. We got that with AEW, and this is basically a relaunch of Ring of Honor. And if they're going to break off, I think,
and that's why. Oh, sorry.
So I'm going with Claudio. It is going to be a very pro ROH Pierce crowd there in Arlington, and I think they're going to be well behind him for sure. So, yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
And that's what I'm picking Claudio, just to go ahead and get that out the way first. And that's why everything what you guys said is why I'm thinking Claudio's going to win, because I feel like Jericho just had the belt to be that jerk ass who was just trying to destroy ROH.
Yeah.
And but Claudio will be that guy who revives it, brings it back, and of course, hey, we're going to get a TV deal, and aren't you guys happy now? So, and I don't think. I really don't think any of this from the start was ever because Jericho needed it or anything like that. That was just to give the ROH belt more prestige in a way, not prestige in a way like like it didn't have already, but just like another big name guy had it. But at the same time, he treated it. Okay, I'm gonna put on my NJPW hat back on. He treated it kind of like when Naito had the Intercontinental Championship the first time. I don't know if you guys remember that reign when Naito just tossed the belt.
Oh
in the air.
I mean, obviously.
He would kick it down the stairs. He would kick it down the stairs, step on it. He would actually leave it in the ring after he won a match, and he forgot he even had it. Like the ring crew had to grab it and take it to him. So I feel like Jericho was almost that way, except I doubt anyone would forgive him if he actually stepped on the belt. But I feel like that was the thing that they were going with this whole time. But now Claudio is going to be like the guy who you say he takes it back, and also I think Claudio's going to win. Because this thought occurred to me when we were talking about the ROH 6-man tag titles. I feel like Brian Cage is going to jump whoever wins this match, because he's been vocal about being held down and everything. Now Ring of Honor can be his own personal
battleground,
main event playground. Battleground, and so I feel like that's where we're going with this one. So I'm going Claudio. I feel like this whole joint JAS thing was just a way to scare everyone half to death, like sweet Jesus, no. So,
well, I want to ask you something real quick based off this topic, because I know you aren't able to watch like the Dynamite and Rampage as much. So obviously Jericho is going to come out and say, "I'm the greatest ROH champion ever," because he's a heel, and that's what heels do. But I don't know if you've seen any of the clips where the commentators are starting to play into this, saying, he was disrespecting, but has he now become the greatest ROH champion?
He has not.
And I was waiting. Like, I assume you hadn't seen clips, because I figured if you had, the first thing you came after.
I've heard. See, here's the thing. I've heard that and repeatedly ignored it because it's just not true. Because unless you have a title reign that matches Samoa Joe's, Nigel McGuinness's, Bryan Danielson's, who else would I put up here? Davey Richards, Kevin Steen's. CM Punk's was good, but that was more of a nostalgia feeling for me. I feel like he just faced like the ROH guys who were meant to take him down, and I feel like that was a great run. But I feel like the guys I just named were facing everybody. Kevin Steen especially was facing whoever wanted to. I feel like Kevin Steen was the definition of, if you want the smoke, come and get it. But and Samoa Joe, he built the damn thing up to what it was now. Now, low key was the best person they could possibly get as first champion, no question about it. Then they had Xavier, who was fun, but he was a great heel and a great coward champion. Samoa Joe took that belt to legendary status. It got so big to the point where like everyone was like, can anyone, like legitimately asking, can anyone actually beat this guy? That was like the actual question being asked around. So yeah, no, he's not, and I've heard them trying to play into that, and Mike. So, but yeah, I was like, ha ha, that's a good joke. Listen, like Riccaboni just trying to tell. He told a joke, everyone. You hear Riccaboni's joke, but no.
I expect Jericho to say it because he's Jericho and he's a heel and he's supposed to say it. But when the announcer started playing, I was like, "Oh, come on, guys!"
I just feel
that's Michael Cole levels of someone in your ear telling you to.
You know what happened? Whenever they said it, Jericho sent a picture of like Jake Hager holding their families that like wearing his bucket hat and had them in like a sleeper hold. That's what was happening.
I think really they just did that just to get a rise out of Tommy.
Riccaboni knows you. He's like, I got this.
Yeah.
You know what I almost said? I almost said I've never met Ian Riccaboni, but then I was like, damn, I actually did that one time.
You got it. You've gotten into 75 free ROH shows. I mean,
I got into 2.
All right. Well, I don't know if Tommy's going to get into this one because it is happening this afternoon in Dallas. But Ring of Honor Final Battle is today, December 10th.
This isn't my room. I'm in a car.
Yeah. 3 p.m. Central Time. Going to be on Bleacher Report. I think internationally on Fight TV. The 0-hour free part starts at 2:00 on YouTube, and on Bleacher Report it is a $40 price tag to watch Ring of Honor Final Battle. So
cool. Oh, that's where I took Tony Khan. Hey, I have a free plane ticket and ROH ticket. Want to come?
You son of a bitch! All right, it is taking place,
and
of
the
course,
streak continues
at the College Park Center in Arlington, Texas. So.
Like,
all right, now let's move on to a show that.
How did you get my number?
Got it from Shane Taylor.
Yeah, I was gonna say Shane Taylor said you're a nice guy. Want to come?
Yeah. Now let's move on to a show that Tommy could not get free into if he tried. NXT Deadline.
Wow.
Just to mess with you. Top tier Tommy.
Should I go get the shirt or? I'll show it later. Don't worry.
This one, this has a unique thing. It's kind of, I feel like this is obviously this is NXT's replacement to War Games, and we'll kind of talk about what the Iron Survivor challenges are. Real quick, Alba Fire versus Isla Dawn. Any thoughts either way on this one, or where you guys going with it, or if you're just expecting this to steal the show?
I know they're both out of NXT. They had I guess a rivalry in NXT UK.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Alba Fire just because I know her a little bit more. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go Alba Fire because I feel like they're still trying to build her up to possibly take the title.
To be like the next challenger for sure. Yeah. So
I don't know. You're gonna need Goldberg to take that thing off Mandy Rose the way they're booking her.
And I still feel like she'd win. I don't know why.
Call this right now. I'm picking Mandy Rose to give Jade Cargill her first loss to really piss people off.
Okay, I would totally support Mandy Rose beating Jade Cargill.
Okay.
But I feel like also that would happen because I don't know if you saw the picture of Jade Cargill and Naomi, and I feel like I feel like that would just be a joke that they would all like laugh and just be like, "Yeah, look at all of them getting mad." Like on both sides, AEW fans would get mad, WWE fans would get mad, and I can already hear the Twitter arguments as to why. And I would just be sit back eating popcorn or looking good at their Twitter feed. This is funny.
Now, an interesting one here for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Pretty Deadly is taking on the New Day. The New Day showing up in NXT.
New Day?
You guys think the New Day pull this off?
Yes. I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah?
I'm going to go with yes.
Just like Finn Balor, Apollo Crews have kind of gotten these little runs. Freshen them up. I mean, like I said, Usos are kind of dominating things right now. They're, New Day's been around for a while on the main roster. There's only so much they could do. Get them in with the young guys, freshen them up a little bit, let them teach.
Yeah.
I say give them a run with it. Why not?
Give them a break from the travel schedule too. Yeah, we're all going New Day on this one too.
Yep.
Pretty standard. I'm
excited. Cool. Don't get me wrong, but I think
it would be good. No, they're fun. I just feel like New Day should also be like the FTR of WWE. Just win all the tag belts.
Yep.
So.
Speaking of Apollo Crews, he's challenging Braun Breaker. I think I heard the guy back there. Braun Breaker. I asked this kind of question on my Sports Martyrs podcast. Does anyone think Braun Breaker is losing to Apollo Crews?
No, it doesn't say Mandy Rose as his opponent, so obviously he's not
okay,
losing.
cool, yeah. So
as much as I would like this to be the opposite, no, Braun Breaker's winning.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hi Terrell, good morning. Yeah, we've got a little Saturday morning show with us. Yeah, so we're talking right now through NXT Deadline. So
one Saturday morning.
Now, the Iron Survivor Challenge. Let me just try and explain this as best I can. There are 5 people in this match. It starts with 2. Every few minutes, a person comes in. Once all 5 are in, then it's almost like a War Games, like the battle begins, right?
Okay.
They set a time limit. Have they said what the time's going to be? I can't recall. If it was like 30 minutes.
I don't know what they said. Hold on.
Yeah.
25 minutes?
Something like that.
It's not long because like the last person in doesn't have a lot of time to try and get falls or whatever. I remember something like that.
Yeah.
I can't find the time limit.
Yeah, but
keep going. I'll find it.
Yeah, so the basic idea is that every pinfall or submission you get a point. And if you get pinned or made to submit, you have to go into a penalty box for 90 seconds. So this kind of like, is a mix of, whoever has the most points at the end of it is the winner and will be the number 1 contender for the women's side, the NXT Women's Championship, for the men's side, the NXT Championship. And it's kind of a mix of War Games meets King of the Mountain meets Iron Man matches.
I got it real quick if you want me to go through.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 5 wrestlers in the match. 2 wrestlers start it. Every 5 minutes, a new wrestler enters until they're all 5. Like you said, points for pinfall submissions, DQs. No, there's still rules. No objects are allowed. They will cause DQs. And like you said, if they get pinned, they're sent to the penalty box. And it is 25 minutes. So, like we said, that 5th person doesn't have a lot of time. But I guess the flip side is everyone else has been kicking the crap out of each other. So maybe you can slip some in there.
You can see somebody just getting roll up after roll up after roll up kind of thing. Yeah. So,
but a 90-second penalty box. I mean,
whoa, Jason, don't bring your logic in here.
Now, here's my question: if this happens, is this like a World Cup thing? Do we go to extra time? Do we have some PKs to decide this? Like, do they bring in?
We have finisher off. Everyone has to hit a finisher. Whoever is down the wall.
He literally beat me by 1 second. No, it's fine because I was gonna say literally the exact same thing. I was this close to saying it, and Mike beat me by 1 second.
Imagine that clusterfuck if that shit happened, right? So, yeah. To watch the PK finisher shootout, join us on Tuesday. I don't know.
No. You know what happens? It's a super kickoff. Like everyone has to hit super kicks, and whoever can't stand, whoever gets knocked out, they're eliminated, and everyone who's left has to hit super kicks.
So in other words, just a PWG match?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, I don't care. Look, here. I feel about PWG like I do about Marvel movies, Fast and Furious movies, and any action movie. I know what I'm getting when I bought it. Just give me what I want. I'm Batista in this bitch. Give me what I want. If it's a PWG, I want to see everyone. I don't care who they are. If Big Show shows up at PWG, he better do a super kick if he knows what's good.
Well, the women's match: Zoe Stark, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, and Indy Hartwell. Mike, who is the lone survivor out of this?
So, my initial thought is I wanted Indy Hartwell to win this because I'm a big fan of her, but then I stopped. The Way is almost completely on Raw.
Yeah.
Gargano's there. Austin Theory's been there for a while. Candice LeRae is back. And now Dexter Lumis just got his official contract. So he's in. So, like, again, I know they reunited like at an NXT house show, but I need main roster index. So I don't want her to win and stay and win titles in NXT. I need her on the main roster. So after that, I'm going to go to the obvious choice, Roxanne Perez, because we all love her. And, I don't really care as much about the other people.
I'll go with Roxy, if you will, Perez. Yeah. Young talent. Give her a shot, man. Just that'd be huge for her career if she comes out of this with a victory. So, but I expect all of her pins to probably happen on Cora Jade the way that rivalry's been going. So,
yeah.
Jason says a super kick party would be more entertaining than the whole match.
Tell us how you really feel.
No, Jason and a friend of mine are very, very much anti-WWE.
Okay.
But in their defense, it's due to years and years of disappointment. So I don't blame them. So
now we know.
It's a new era, right? Tommy, what about you?
Actually, I was gonna go Zoe Stark for a second there, but actually, you guys convinced me. I'm gonna go Roxanne Perez because now that I think about it, it wouldn't be far fetched considering the past couple of years she's had. Because my God, for someone her age, and let me be clear, male or female, someone of her age to have accomplished as much as she has, holy crap, give her all the belts. But also because I feel like Zoe Stark ain't gonna win because Nikita Lyons is gonna show up and just beat the crap out of her at some point, and we're gonna kind of forget was even in the match because she's gonna get jumped.
I have a question real quick. Now that you've said that, if she comes down to beat on Zoe Starks, does Zoe Stark get a point, and does someone go to the penalty box because she's not in the match?
I think technically, if the ref sees it, she would get a point, but
as a disqualification. But no one.
I think you only go to the penalty box if
you get pinned or whatever.
If you're in the match and you do something,
but she would still get the point. That'd be really good.
Well, she would still get the point, but I feel like Nikita Lyons would just drag her out of the building. So it's just like, okay, she gets a point, but it doesn't matter because she's in the in the notorious NXT parking lot where nothing but bad things ever happen.
The most unsafe place in the history.
The NXT parking lot is almost as bad as Hell in a Cell because nobody walks out of that place.
I thought you were going to stop at Hell. I thought you were going to be like, as bad as hell.
It's Hell in a Cell, dude, because all that's missing is Mick Foley being thrown from on top of a car. Don't do that, Mick. You're old now. You can't do that stuff anymore. Don't do that, Mick. No. I'm sorry I said that out loud because Mick Foley's like, wait, I think I can do it. No, you can't, Mick. No, you can't. You're old now. Stop it.
On the men's side, you got Carmelo Hayes against JD McDonough, Grayson Waller, Joe Gacy, and Axiom.
Here's my really hot take.
What's that?
I don't think I care about anybody.
So basically what Jason said, except we have to wait one more match.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Grayson Waller because we need a winner.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I mean, Carmelo Hayes is really good, but yeah. That's where I'm at.
Hang on a second. Eeny, meeny,
Wait, is that the pick or are you eliminating each time you do it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just say Carmelo because honestly, like whoever wins this, I don't think they're a big Braun Breaker at this point. I really don't. I'm at a point where it's like, it's no. Yeah, right.
It's that NXT influence.
Yeah,
Tommy, you gotta pick on this one.
I was gonna say Carmelo Hayes only because. Sorry, Mike's comment threw me off completely.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so negative.
But you know what? Screw it. Just Carmelo Hayes. I don't. Yeah, right. I don't. I guess the reasoning doesn't matter anymore.
Back to the previous match, though. We all picked Roxanne Perez. Do you think she beats Mandy Rose?
Okay.
Think or want?
Okay.
I know we want, but think.
No. In all seriousness, and JC, don't get mad, but I feel like the answer is yes. Because I feel like I'm
really mad at it.
But the reason I'm saying that is basically what I said a few minutes ago about her, like the year she had. I feel like it will be the underdog win, but at this point, is it though? Is it the underdog win if Roxanne Perez wins matches and championship
in NXT kayfabe? Yes.
Okay, yeah. But I guess like I'm looking. Okay, fair enough.
If you're a fan of wrestling, not so much.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm looking at it from just a fan of wrestling standpoint. It's like at this point, no, it's like not a shock at all if she beats her. Now, like you said, for kayfabe, sure, that'll be shocking as hell. But like I'm just looking at it from my point, it's like no, that wouldn't be the shock I think people would like it to be. I feel like that would just be her like doing what she's been doing for the past 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
It's Carmelo. Yep. I'm Jason on that one. Yep.
And it's just an answer. Yeah, the answer is hell yes for Roxanne. Yeah, I think we'd all love to see it.
Oh man, I'm glad when Jason comes on.
Yeah. All right, so NXT Deadline is also taking place today, as well as Ring of Honor Final Battle. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Central Time on Peacock. Don't know if there's a pre-show. If there is, it's probably starting at like 6:30 or something.
Yeah.
Be from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, like I mentioned, on Peacock as well. So,
yeah,
exclusive.
Huh. A text from Triple H. Do you want to come check out NXT Deadline?
You son of a bitch.
How did you get my number? Roxy said you weren't the creepiest guy at every show she was at, and she appreciated that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying something. No,
damn!
Wait. I was just going to say, that was a perfectly timed damn, because it fit perfectly with what he said, too.
No, I was talking about your comment, but holy
I know you were, but it worked well.
Woo! Man, Jason, you are surly in the morning.
Jason channeling his street profit because he want the smoke.
All right.
Very nice, Mike. I'm gonna clap that comment. That was good. Very nice.
Now, moving on
cool.
to let me adjust this here. We have a couple of independent shows happening locally here in the San Antonio area this weekend. And the first is Mission Pro Wrestling and Hybrid School of Wrestling, Silver Bells 2, happening this afternoon. Mike and Tommy, you guys are going,
yes,
if I'm not mistaken. So, I guess if you want to talk about the card, what you're looking forward to. What stands out to you on this one?
I'll get it started real quick.
Sure.
I think with the important match, we have MJ Santana versus top tier Jasmine Allure. I don't know what the other matches are. I think that's all that's. Just kidding, Tommy.
Why? Listen to him.
We also, there's a bunch of matches. There's some hybrid matches. A good one to look forward to: Casey Blackrose versus Devin Carter. They've kind of had little stuff going back and forth the last few shows we've been at. From the hybrid rumble that they had to the tag match they had the show before. So they have that one going on. There is also Simon Miller's back. And again, he's facing JP Harlow. So that should be another good match. This time Simon Miller has, what's his name? Dave LaGreco, or the guy who does the Busted Open radio show a lot with Thunder Rosa and stuff.
Greco, right? LaGreco?
I think it's LaGreco or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And Harlow, of course, should have Hayter in his corner, which Joey Hayter is also having his own match with another hybrid guy, I believe.
Yeah, Diego Rene, he's a hybrid guy.
Yeah, Diego, there you go. And then on the women's side, you have Bougie Reality versus Danny B and Charity King for the titles. You have several other singles matches on the women's side. Emmy Camacho versus Jade, who is Jade's, I believe, also her first time coming into MPW.
Yep.
And then, is that all before the championship match? I feel like there's one or two more.
There's Tiffany Neves and Misty Marks.
There you go.
Because I watched Misty Marks for a minute. She's really cool, so I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah.
Right, and then the championship match is the champion Genocide versus, is it Janai Kai?
Janai Kai, yeah.
Yeah. Who has been in Mission Pro before in previous years and has been on AEW a few times.
She's been everywhere. Her career lately has been very impressive. She wrestled La Rosa Negra recently, I think, at WrestleCade, in Nashville, and she's just been on a tear lately. So she's legit. She is legit.
Right. So that should be a fun, hard hitting match for the women's title.
Every match with Genocide's a hard hitting match because Genocide's doing the hard hitting. So.
I think I know Tommy might be looking forward to Jasmine Allure's match the most, or
probably I would assume so. But you got you. I assume you have your number one fan sign again.
Why did I get up? Why did I get up to come do this show? I could
love us.
If I could take over for a minute since we're talking about this.
Yeah.
If y'all follow me on Twitter, or if you don't, I do have a poll up to see what shirt I should wear because I have 3 intriguing options. So I'm going to share this real quick. Can y'all see that?
Can now.
Yeah, it's going through now. Yes.
So I might have gone a little overboard over the Thanksgiving week with Black Friday shirt deals, but that's next month's bills to worry about. So as you can see, we have the official Countdown City WrestleCast with our new logo. Ironically enough, the picture in my Twitter picture is a really badly photoshopped copy of that shirt that I now have an official version of. So there's that one. There is the top tier Jasmine Allure shirt as well, and then side at the champ. So I do have a poll up that a few people have voted on. Right now, the Countdown City shirt is in the lead with Jasmine and Genocide tied. So we got a little bit of time. It's going to it won't end till after the show would technically start, but I'm pretty much going to check it before I leave, grab that shirt and go. So if anyone else wants to add their 2 cents into what you're going to see me in, that'd be cool. Just wanted to share that real quick.
Go to Twitter at @CCG_Big Mike and cast your vote. What shirt Mike is going to wear?
There you go. Also got this awesome Amy Dumas one off of Pro Wrestling Tees as well. Yeah. Like I said, I'll worry about that next month.
Tommy, what match you most looking forward to?
Well, aside from the main event, which I think, like I said, I feel like it's going to be a banger. I mean, come on. First of all, it's Genocide, so you don't talk about banger after banger.
Well, JC means beside the main event and besides the Jasmine Allure match.
Anyway, moving on. I'm looking forward to seeing Simon Miller again, and of course, Misty Marks, like I said already. Emmy Camacho is slowly winning me over. She didn't do anything bad at the last show. She was fine. So I like her style and everything. So those are the main ones. Everything else I just feel like it's just gonna be a good time at the show. Casey Black Rose, Devin Carter. I mean, come on. I mean, they're hybrid guys.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. That's to say. Like, I feel like with hybrid guys, saying it's gonna be a fun match is kind of a moot point now because
let's also make sure we say it.
Yeah.
Well, no, because then that's kind of giving Casey Black Rose credit for something, and I don't want to do that.
I see your point.
One day he's actually going to hit me, and I'm going to deserve it. So, well, then again, he has to get in line, and
I was going to say he just adds his name to a long list, Tommy.
Yeah, and I feel like if he actually hits me before, like Lance Hoy, who hasn't actually hit me yet. Well, no, he did shove me twice.
Actually. I see Lance Storm jumping in to rescue you to be like, hey, if anyone's going to beat the crap out of him, it's me. Y'all leave him alone.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, it's like no one kills you but me. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Vicious from Cowboy Bebop.
All right, well, the details on this event happening tonight. Mission Pro Hybrid School of Wrestling presenting Silver Bells 2. This evening, bell time is 6:00 p.m. VIP can enter at 5. It is at the Salvation Army at 3802 Southwest Military Drive in San Antonio. And it will also be viewable on Title Match Network. If I'm not mistaken, the first 3 rows have sold out.
Yes. Apparently tickets are going pretty quick. So if you...
because apparently general admission is running out too.
That's what I mean. So if you think you're going to just show up and get tickets, I would not bet on it.
I really would.
If you want to go and you haven't already, I would definitely get online.
Yeah, get to missionprowrestling.com for details on how to buy tickets. And again, if it's sold out, you're out of luck. Maybe you just can't make it because there's a lot going on. I know everyone's trying to holiday shop and everything. Yeah. Get on a Title Match Network. It's definitely worth it. You're going to be able to live stream this event and go back and watch it later on demand as well.
Huh. Text from Thunder Rosa. You paid already, dumbass, so just accept it. Ha, ha, ha. Well, that was unnecessary.
Let's see if
I
Tommy
know that's not true because she would have cursed you out in Spanish. So
yes.
Well, I was censoring with the rest of the text. It's actually kind of long. Okay. Wow, she uses the word puta a lot. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's actually a food in.
I've lived in San Antonio.
No, have y'all seen that? No, okay.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
It's a little less small. They call it a puto, and then kids saying it, and he's got a Mexican father like, wait, don't say that.
What?
Little kids like puto. No, don't. Now let's see if Tommy keeps that text game going for the next one. RCW Christmas Chaos. This is a pop-up show that Brent Albert really recently advertised. Great response by Jason here. Damn. This event, he had just kind of advertised that they were going to have a pop-up show, and just lo and behold, here it is. Just want to make people aware of this one. There haven't really been a lot of details on what the card's going to be. Unless you found something.
There was one match at Lund.
Yeah.
No, they announced a few.
Oh, they have announced a few. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I just missed it. What do you got?
We have Devin Carter, who has a busy weekend now, against Vic Endurance. David Kidd and Diego Rene. Apparently, who else has Ryan Davidson and Shiva versus Alejandro Leon and Lou Gotti. Boo. ASF, JP Harlow, Joey Hyder versus the RCW Kingdom.
Wait, JC, where's Tina? Yeah, say the next match for the women's title.
Oh, it's Key Vibes versus Claudia De Solis for the women's championship.
Oh gosh, I don't want to see
It's been years, right?
I don't know. I still can't stand her.
Anyway, Adorable Anthony Andrews is putting his international title on the line against Khan. The Texas Treats are defending the tag titles against Brandon Weiss and Casey Blackrose. And this sucks. There was one more, I thought. Unless I'm wrong.
Let me see. I'm finding it now. Here we go.
Those are most of the four are the ones I've seen though.
Yeah. I think you called out what they've advertised thus far.
I think that's everything.
And then Santa Claus will make an appearance from the North Pole too, by the way. So bring the kids.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to try to challenge Mysterious Q for the RCW championship, but I don't know. I don't know if Q is there. I'm just being stupid. So did JC freeze?
Yeah. Oh, maybe he did. I think
he's frozen.
Oh no, yeah. He's either thinking really hard or he froze again.
Yeah, I was like, man, he is really focused.
Yeah,
but
yeah. So busy wrestling weekend, both in town and on TV and cable providers. So
for real,
looking forward to that. And then this Wednesday, you back?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Oh no, I can't hear him yet.
No, I hear him.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Yes, Oh, okay.
Goddamn restream. Okay, so I'm here. I'm alive, guys. All right. So RCW Christmas Chaos will take place tomorrow afternoon at the Grand Event Center. Doors are at 4:00. The event starts at 5. And discounted prices on tickets for this one. Front row is only $30. Second and third row is $20. Anything after that is $10. So much cheaper price tag than their usual show prices. Visit rcw-wrestling.com for ticket information as well.
A text from Brandon. You have to pay full price every single time. Fuck you for all the times you.
Whoa! I do not believe Mr. Oliver would tweet that.
It goes on saying, that was uncalled for. Wow, jeez, wow. Man, there's a lot of references to my mom in this. Jeez. And that time with Jeff Jarrett. Okay, Brandon, let it go. Long story short, too late. You pay full price. I don't give a damn what sales I'm having. You suck. Yeah. You better be there tomorrow or else.
But why would Brandon reference your ROH DVDs? That's really weird.
I mean, I guess I bought one he wanted. I don't know. Man.
So it is a weekend.
What did my dad ever do to you? No, sorry.
Do you guys have a 1 minute warning this week, or?
I mean, I
don't actually.
I don't have to have one, but I can.
I know you can. I don't. Honestly, this is a lot going on, and
Jason,
honestly,
have you not watched our show ever before?
That's because Jason's a buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you,
of course.
We love Tommy. You guys know that. So
I think we'll sometimes.
I think we'll pass on the 1 minute warning this week only because there's so much going on.
Yeah,
and
it's a long weekend.
It's a lot. We're next week gonna be recapping NXT Deadline and Ring of Honor Final Battle, and probably talk about how MPW and RCW went as well. Also note on River City Wrestling, you can watch that also on Title Match Network. So
I'm gonna try to go to that show. I make no promises, only because Sunday shows are notoriously difficult for me. But I'm gonna try to go to that show. So if I go,
I was thinking too. But it also kind of depends on how much I spend tonight.
that has a lot to do with it too. You're not wrong, man. That has a lot to do
Another 8x10 in signature or tomorrow's show. We'll have to see who's there.
Yeah.
So next week we'll recap all of that and probably have a potentially not our final 1 minute warning of the year. I think we have maybe a couple more shows to do after that. We might do a quick preview of AEW in San Antonio, which we will be attending on the 21st of December.
Yes.
And then the week after that, kind of our year-end show. Maybe our year-end awards. We'll kind of plan that out a bit. Match of the year, our superlatives, everything like that. So that's kind of the rundown here for us. And then, of course, the final week is when Tommy gets to host. Might be shortly after the new year, the day after the new year, because Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I got a quick
most wonderful time of the year.
I got a quick request, people. If you want to throw in the chats or message me on Twitter, just throw out words that rhyme with 3. So when we get back in January, I got some good ideas for 2023. Got stung by a bee. That doesn't work really well.
Tommy gets in free. I don't know.
Well, I mean that's every year. That doesn't matter what it ends with. So that's a good one, JC. I like it.
Come on, Tommy. If Tommy gets in free were the theme of 2023, you can get into so many wrestling shows, not pay a fucking dime.
Look, in all fairness, Tommy, a fan on the show basically said you need to be in the Texas Wrestling Fan Hall of Fame. So, I mean, how would you not get into all the shows free if everyone in the state didn't know you?
Yeah.
And outside of the state, honestly.
Because one of those ROH shows, that guy, he's not from Texas.
I mean, your picture has to be up on a few companies like. Careful if this guy's here.
Yeah,
it has to be at this point, right? I mean, like there has to be someone who's like, okay, the fans are okay, except this guy. Why does he hit the wrestlers? No, he doesn't touch the wrestlers. Is he offensive? He can be. It's
depends on the match, the person.
It's like it depends on the match. If he knows you, yes, but that's if he knows you. He'll offend you. He doesn't give it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so why is this picture up there? Because he's loud. And competitive.
Like Thunder Rosa has her picture up. Careful, cheers too much for Jasmine Allure. We got to watch out for him. So, top tier Tommy.
Now that you said that, I have to put it up here. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this Dead City WrestleCast this week on a Saturday morning. Appreciate you being a part of it, and join us next week when we recap everything that we talked about today. It's gonna be quite a bit. So. Once again, I'm your host, JC. Joining me this week is Tommy.
Yeah.
And, of course, we got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
And as always, heels and baby faces. Remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake. Boom.
We'll see you next week.
Adios, Gunther.